All right. So again, I'm going to present you with the police told me. They said that there is a possibility that you were knowingly selling the stolen property in your shop. What is your response to that?
Well, my response to that is false. For the most part, this tells back to I had a location on 313 Pennsylvania Avenue where last year around this time, I think it was October the 8th, my store was raided. And I was accused of, buying guns and buying stolen merchandise. And so they came into my store, they raided my store, and they found nothing. The proof of them finding nothing is because I was never charged on any type of charges as far as anything. They had a warrant of a whole bunch of list of things, and once, like I said, they wasn't charged. So my response to that is this is like I guess this is the anniversary of when they raided my other shop. Now I'm on a different location, 707 Lake Street, and they're saying that I have a whole bunch of stolen things, which I don't, because I kind of geared towards a baby theme, and so the accusations are false.
Now, I know that there was some kind of new law that was passed in New York, or at least in the city of Elmira, which will require you to report what you're selling in your store or what you purchase from other people. Is that right?
Yeah, they put out an ordinance. They put out an ordinance. In the paperwork, it stated that I couldn't be open no later than 11 and no open earlier than 8 a.m. It stated that anything that I bought from the customers, I had to report to them, which I was doing via email. They had some type of link. Have I been doing that? What I do buy, I do report. Business has been horrible for me for the most part. So I don't, I really don't buy nothing. People want you to buy their stuff, but they don't want to, they don't want to buy from me, but they want me to buy from them. And I kind of geared towards the baby stuff. So yeah, there was a law. Also, it stated that that I needed to get a secondhand license, which costs $100, which I did get in August, I believe September or something like that. Just on January 5th, a detective or one of the guys came in and they stated that I didn't have the license. I called in and they stated to me that that the one that I had was expired. I thought it was good for a year, which what I was told. So I figured I got it in September. It was good until the next September, which it wasn't. But they meant a calendar year. So January 5th is when they came in, and that's when they said I didn't have it. And then that's when they kind of tried to make a big deal that I was operating without a license. But it was it was only 5 days past January when they came in and cited me, and so. It wasn't like I always been operating without a license, because before the year I had a license. It was just January 5th is when they came in and stated I was operating without a license, secondhand license.
So I want to make sure that this is clear. You completely disagree with what they're saying as far as you purchasing stolen property from, or property that was stolen, knowingly at least.
Well, there was one thing. There was I had a worker working for me, and he had purchased an Xbox, and the next day the cops came in, or the customer came in, and they seen the Xbox, and the cop said it was stolen, so he gave it back to them. That guy was fired. He no longer works for me. Like I said, it's all procedure. I kind of, for the most part, anyone who's ever been in Steals and Deals can tell that I'm more into baby stuff, DVDs, but I'm more for the baby stuff. I kind of steered away from buying all the electronics from customers because, one, I don't have the money to be doing it. Second, it's just, people aren't spending money. The economy is down. They just aren't spending money. So I kind of geared away from buying mostly the electronics, because on that side of Elmira, the east side, people really don't, have a lot of money to be doing that. So I kind of steer away from buying it. And so the kid that bought it, he was fired. He gave a statement to the police stating that, I coerced him to tell them that he didn't buy it or whatever the case may be. So they have a statement from him stating that, which is bogus. I guess they scared him up, and they told him he would go to jail and all this other craziness, and he gave a statement on me. But with Steals and Deals, I'm a cheap store. I'm a young kid, and I'm just trying to make do. My business is baby based. is geared around buying baby items for the most part, and which I haven't. As you can see, my store really I don't have too much stuff.
And did they tell you when you are allowed to open back up, or when do you know when you're going to open back up?
For the what they said was I had to come down there and get another license and stuff like that. I kind of wanted things to die down. Like I said, I'm tired of dealing with the police for the most part. Thousands of dollars were taken, wasn't confiscated, but they said they was gonna hold my money, and if I wasn't charged for anything, I would get all my money back, all my gold from another store, all my items, my laptops, anything that they took out of my store to run serial numbers and stuff like that. And they told me last year that I would get these things back, and they haven't got these things back. I haven't got any of these things back. Like I said, the economy is rough, and like I said, they still have thousands of dollars of mine that they just kind of took, and they kind of bullied. For the most part, they bullied me, and they still hold my money, and they're holding it for no reason. I guess if I wanted to go down there and get the license, I could get the license, open up. But like I said, it's painful that the Elmira police, they've been harassing me. They just been harassing me. And what they need to understand, that I actually am a legitimate businessman. They've been sending drug dealers into my store. They've been sending dummy people to try to sell me guns, and have people coming there asking me for drugs, which I always tell them I don't, because I don't sell drugs. It's a legitimate business. They just trying to shut down on the swap shops, and they arrest these kids. And these kids get so scared, they just say, "Oh, we sold it here. We sold it at the mall. We sold it at this swap shop or this swap shop or whatever, to get the heat off of them or whatever." And that's not the case. I really don't buy nothing. I'm kind of a poor kid for the most part, and my store represents that. They also recently, in the midst of this whole little investigation, they illegally raided my store. When they raided my store, they found nothing. The sergeant even apologized to one of my employees to let them know, like, listen, we ain't find nothing. It was a waste of time. And this is the second time they raided my store. They raided the one on 313 Pennsylvania Avenue, and then they raided the 707 Lake Street store. And because I'm not doing nothing illegal, they didn't find anything in the store. So if they keep on listening to these kids and stuff like that, they're gonna keep shooting and missing, because I'm a legitimate guy.
The police did not take anything from your store, or did they?
No, during the raid, no. There was a raid that happened the other day. What happened was, I had a worker there, and my girlfriend and her friends were there, and what happened was they were pulled over in a car, and all 5 of them were taken down to the detective station and interrogated. And in the midst of that, they took one of my employers. They took him back to the store. I don't know if it's illegal or illegal. They walked in, and they with him and a couple other detectives searched the store, and they found nothing. They allowed all the people to go, and he locked the store up. Like I said, they searched the store. They found nothing, because I don't have nothing. I'm a baby-based swap shop.